Hello friends, Sharon from Mad Paper Crush here. Welcome back to my channel. It's almost October. How did we get here? I'm just in shock that we're already almost to the last 3 months of the year. But I need to do some planning. I didn't do much planning in September. My month got away with me with some family health issues and things going on. So I didn't really get to do it, but I want to get October planned because we're coming in to the holiday months and I want to try to keep myself together if at all possible. So we'll see if I can do that. Now, before I get started, I'm going to be using this bullet journal planner that I had made myself, and I have a video on how I put this together. I really love this planner, but I am coming kind of to the end of it, so I'm probably going to have to make a new one soon. But I'll link that down below, so if you'd like to make one like this, you can do that if you would like to. And before I get started, I'm going to be using my October planner freebie that I had created actually a couple of years ago when I was doing altered book planning. So I'd like to offer this up again. It's, dateless, so you don't have to worry about, if Monday's on a certain day, because you can just add in your own dates. And also I went ahead and added some extra pages to kind of update it. There were some things that I wanted in this to plan for October, and I figured I would offer them to you as well. So the first 3 pages of the planner, this one is actually 2 weekly spreads. So one of them has the days of the week on it, but if you don't like that, you can print it out with no days of the week and add your own. And then I have some cards that I use for like my daily plans and stuff. So this is, little bits of ephemera. I have some fussy cut pieces here that you can add in for collage or just some added decoration into your planner. Another one, same kind of thing. I have some cards. I have a longer list here. These are 2 cards, and then some more ephemera just to use as decoration throughout your planner, however you see fit. And then these are the 2 updated pages that I've added in. So if you would like these, you can go to madpapercrush.com/October plan, all one word, and you'll get both this and the new pages. So they'll all be in a folder there for you to take and use for your own planner. So what I added for this time is another week, a weekly spread here. And I just kind of wanted to have something with some bugs and things on. This is like a little label, like a pharmacy label you can see a tinct of. So I just thought that would be fun for October. I added some more cards because I'm always using those for everything I do, and a couple of labels. So this week, and I have another kind of just October thing there if you wanted to use that. And then the other page that I did was a monthly spread. So I like to have a vertical monthly spread. And now I didn't put in the days of the week because I wanted this to you could use this, whenever you wanted to, any year, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you can, put in your own days of the week, and I'll show you how to do that when I get started, and some more cards and a couple more little labels and ephemera there. So those are the 2 new pages that you can get. So if you've already gotten the old stuff, you can go out and grab the add-on for this freebie out there as well if you'd like to do that. So let's go ahead and get this planner going. All right, I went ahead and cut everything out. I did a little distressing around the edges to knock down any of my bad cut jobs so you couldn't see those, but I do like to distress the edges of the pieces that I'm using. I cut out some of the little labels and things so they're ready to go. And then I also went into my stash, and I have this background paper from the autumn planner kit that I have. So the planner kits that I sell, I usually do background papers, so you can cut them up and use them for whatever you want. I try to keep them relatively plain so that you can write over top of the graphics, when you're doing, working in your planner and things like that. So I just grabbed this, so I will have this. And I've got my planner opened up to the last page of September. And when I turn the page just to see where I'm at here, when I made this planner, I put in just randomly some of these digital pages that I had made, sort of like collage pages, where they'd have little bits of, writing space that I could use for whatever I want. So this actually works out pretty nice for this month. And because of the way I do my bullet journals, because I do an index in the front, you really could start October wherever you wanted. So if you do a journal like this and you have pages numbered, you can always just do an index and start your month wherever you want, because then when you're looking for it, if you can't find it, you can go back to your index and make sure that you have it in there. So I'm going to start on this page because this is the next page, and that this is going to work for me, I think. So what I'm going to do is, from the freebie kit, I'm going to grab this monthly sheet, and I think I'm going to put this here. But before I put it in, normally what I do for my monthly spreads is I like to have the calendar on one side. I do like to have a vertical calendar like this to put in major events. I don't go into a lot of detail on my monthly plan. I just put in anything major that's coming up that I might want to remember. And then on the other side, I usually do like either monthly goals or monthly tasks that I know that need to get done, like meal planning or bills or, you know, things like that. So this will work out nice for that. I can do some of the goals that I have. I can, you know, have my monthly spread over here, and I think this will work out nice. So before I glue this down, I do want to just put the months of the, not the months of the year. I want to put the days of the month on here. And to do that, I'm going to go grab, from my little envelope that I have in here, my October monthly month. So I know, so this is for 2022 here. So I have this all set up and ready to go. This is a freebie that I have that you can use as well if you would like. This is a different freebie. You can actually go to madpapercrush.com/bullet journal setup. And there's a couple of pages in there that has little calendars for 2022, which we're almost getting to the end of. I'm going to try to update that for 2023. And then it also has, you know, some list type things. If you've seen my planning videos lately, I've been using these a lot. So I have little list bullets there. It has days of the week if you don't already have them in like I do here. But then there's also months of the months, or days of the month. I'm sorry, can't even talk. So I could just, you know, figure out which one this is and cut them off. So what, let's see, October starts on a Saturday this month. So I don't know, I did not do these to measure the same. So you can see these are going to go well below what I have for the numbers. So I'm going to need to write them in, and that's okay, because this is, you know, kind of a handwritten font, and I think it would look nice with handwriting on there. So I'm just going to real quick go through, and the first is a Saturday. So I'm just going to put in Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and keep going all the way down. All right, I went into my stash and grabbed out a couple more things. Since I brought the calendar out, I do like to have a visual calendar as I'm used to seeing it, because sometimes that helps me, you know, understand the days and things together. So, but I do like to put my, you know, major events on something like this. And I went ahead and pulled out my October label and a tasks label because I thought I would use them as well. So these I have printed on a clear label sheet. So 8.5 by 11 label sheet. And I'll probably use this somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to use that. I'm going to cut out my tasks label, and I'm going to put that on the right side of this page. So that'll be perfect for me to put in my goals or my monthly tasks over there, and I'll, you know, have that done. If you don't, and like I said, this is part of another freebie that I have. You're welcome to go out and use these little labels. I think they're fun. They make things go really fast. Or you can just write in things, or you can, you know, use a rubber stamp or something like that to put them in. So I'm going to do the same thing with my month here. I'm just going to cut it real close to the dates so that when I put it in, I don't have that label going everywhere. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put this one yet. I may just put it right on this front sheet here, because I can put my tasks here, but then if I need to reference my calendar, that will be right there too. So I think I may do that. So let's go ahead and get that put on, because then this will be almost done. And I'm going to kind of put it on over top of both of these so it kind of starts to mesh those together. And I love the way that looks. So I can also circle dates in here if I want to do that as well. And then for this, I'm going to use my Blue Magic, my Magic Blue Yoo-hoo or Oohoo stick here to put this on. Okay, my month is all set up and ready to go. I like that there's not a lot of white anymore, that I've covered some of that up. But now we move on to the next page, and I have another white page here. So what I'm going to probably do for this one is I'm going to start in with a first week spread on here. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to use this one. Pretty basic, but that's okay. And now I have to put in the dates for what we have here. So this one is the one that already has the days of the week on here. So I need to put in, you know, the dates. Now I finished September. I always finish on a weekend. And since October started, you know, over this past weekend, I went ahead and just included it in the end of September. So the 1st and the 2nd are already there, and Monday is the 3rd. So that's where I will start my numbering here, and hopefully I won't mess it up as I'm talking to you, because I have done that before. Saturday is the 8th and Sunday is the 9th. So now I have my dates ready to go for this week, and I'm going to put that there. And then I was thinking about maybe doing another, you know, week over here, since this is a pretty page. This is actually part of another digital kit that I have in here. There's lots of room to write in here, but I thought, since I have this grateful label, I thought this might be a good place to start another page of gratitude. So I do like to try to write or think about what I'm grateful for every day if I can, but this is a good reminder for me to do that. So actually, you can see in my index, I have a whole section for gratitude lists. So I have a bunch in here already, and I'm going to add this one right in here. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this side, and we're going to add this weekly spread on this side here. All right, first week is done, and I'm just gonna, because this is so much smaller than this page, I thought it might be fun to add something in here. Now, I didn't cut out all of the ephemera, the little loose ephemera in my kit, but I do have this little baggie of kind of leftovers and stuff. So I thought maybe I would just take a stroll through here and see if there was anything that might be fun on here. Oh, and it looks like I have some leaves and stuff. So this might be good for our beginning of fall here. I have a pumpkin, an apple. These are from this same kit that I had that I printed out. So let's see. I think that might be all the kind of ephemera, but I can always go into my other ephemera book and find some other things if I wanted to. But I think I like this pumpkin there. And I may even put this leaf up there, but we are definitely missing something down here, huh? Don't know what that might be. Let's see. I don't think I have anything in there. So I'm just gonna grab my ephemera book here and see if I can find something that might work. And a ticket might be the perfect thing. Actually, I just had one of those somewhere. Who knows where I put them. Okay, I found the ticket I was looking for, but it's a little big for this. So I went to my stash and just got, this is some washi tape that I've printed on clear label again. And so I thought it might be fun just to cover up most of that underneath with this. So I'm just gonna cut this guy off because I think this will fit just about here. I might have to cut off a little bit more of this. just so I don't go off the edge there. But then this will at least cover up some of that white page that doesn't really match with my weekly spot here. And then I'll still put my pumpkin on, I think, here. And then I was looking at this and I found a mushroom in my stash. So I was thinking that might be more fun to put up there. And then maybe I can put the leaf down here. And then we have something all over. I think that works. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this time I think I'm gonna use my art glitter glue to put these on, since these are kind of delicate pieces. I think my art glitter glue will probably work better here. Okay, first week is done. And when I turn the page, I like that, you know, I could work right on these plain white pages. But when I turn this and have this flap over, there's this blue here. And while I like the blue, I'm not crazy about it with the colors I have going on for my October. So once again, because I use an index, I'm just going to skip ahead until I find a page that I like. I was thinking about starting here for something. And maybe, you know what, maybe I will, because I had something in mind for this page, but I think I can do something with this page because these colors seem to match a little bit better. And so I was thinking I could use my other weekly spread here for this one. And then on this side, I could just put some of my note cards for lists and things, because even as I do, you know, my daily spreads on these things, sometimes I need extra lists for brainstorming or for, you know, more tasks than can fit in this, you know, little spot, which I probably shouldn't do, but you know, that's the way it works out sometimes. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So for this one, see, I need to grab my pen again if I can find it. So this one we started, now I did go a page or two ahead. So we ended on the 9th here for Sunday. So we've got the 10th. And this is going to be 15 and 16. So since I'd like to do since I don't always have, you know, things that I have to do on the weekends in terms of, you know, keeping track for work and things like that, I'm not going to worry about that. And then I'm going to go through my little cards here that I have cut out. And I think I'm just going to grab two that look fun here, and I will put them in. And I did notice that if I do something like this, I can take this tag, which I love this little ticket here, but maybe I can tuck this in here so that I have that working. But that matches almost too well, doesn't it? So I'm just going to grab this one. And I don't think I like the blue, so I could create, because this is a stamp, I could stamp that on a different color paper if I wanted to, and that seems to match too well with that. I could just go with an apple. And maybe I will use this week in here. Yeah, I think I like that idea. So I'll put that in there as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this week. I'm going to get it glued down. All right. Once again, when I glued this down, I wanted to put it a little bit low, and I went back to my stash and grabbed a couple more things. I found this cute little green butterfly that I thought would be fun over here just to kind of fill that in a little bit. And then I grabbed just a label with some numbers on it because, well, actually this is letters and numbers, but you can always use that. And then I was thinking, well, you know, that's a lot of plain there, a lot of white. So I'm going to go ahead and add this other half of that strip of washi I was using so that this will look fun up here too, and it'll be nice and kind of covered in. So I'm actually going to try and put that pretty close to the top of that. And then my glitter glue seems to be almost out and gloppy, giving me problems. So I'm just going to use my 3-in-1 glue here. I guess I could use my glue stick, but I'm going to go ahead and use this. To put these on, and then this second week will be done. And I'm just going to add his little antenna here, and he had little legs that I chopped off that were coming out of these places, so I wanted to add those back in. Oh, and I forgot to glue this one down. All right, second week finished. So when I turn the page here, I thought that instead of using the week things, I have a couple more that I could cut out if I wanted to, but I thought here instead, since I have this page with all the blocks on it, that I would just use a couple of these cards to give me some day places to journal. So so what I'm going to do, I'll kind of just show you what I'm talking about here. So for, where are we at? So Monday, I'm starting on Monday again. This will be Monday the 17th. And I think I'm just going to go back to my beginning October day and check my calendar to make sure Monday is actually on the 17th, which it is. Okay. And then I'm just going to use those as dates for here. So we're going to go Monday the 17th, and then this will be Tuesday. And then for this side, since I already have these blocks, I can kind of decide how I want to use them. So I'm just going to go for it. This will be the 19th. Oops, and I did tur. I usually don't do that. I don't know how I can fix that. That's good enough. We all make mistakes, right? And we'll do, and then I can do Saturday and Sunday separate, or I could do them together if I wanted to again. But since I have these 2 extra blocks, I'll do Saturday and Sunday. So this will be, so now I have a weekly spread that looks a little bit different, and I kind of like that. So I think that's fun here, to kind of change it up and do a little bit different. So now if I have any lists and things like that, I can probably fit them in the blocks that I have. Whereas on the weekly spreads, there isn't quite as much room, and so sometimes you need some extra space to put stuff in. So I like that this is a little bit different. I'm going to get these glued down. All right, and I wasn't going to do too much decoration on this page, but I remembered I have this October sticker here. So I think I'm just going to glue that down. Now, if I would have been thinking ahead, I might have decided to, you know, glue this one down further or this one up to put it at the top or the bottom, or to even just separate it more from each other so they're not, so it wouldn't overlap, but it is going to overlap, and we are going to be okay with that. So my glue is starting to get to the end here. Another one, so I have to just kind of watch that. But I'm just going to add this right here so that I have a little bit of decoration right on there. And then let's see, Yeah, I think that might be good for these. I'm just double checking. I might do some more decoration. I always, you know, just depending on when I'm planning what I've got going on, I sometimes add some additional decoration. I'm not sure I will this time or not. All right, so let's turn this one over. So where are we at? We're at the 23rd. I got one more week to go. Wow, this is another really bright page, but that's okay. I think what I might do is kind of do what I had done before. I think I'm going to cut this down so that it fits better on this page. And then I'll use some cards maybe on this side to finish out the week. Yeah, so let's see what we can do here. All right, I decided to cut down this page as much as I could to keep the top illustration on there. So now I'm just marking the bottom to see, you know, how far in I need to cut it off so that it fits on the page. And I realize it's probably going to take off most of that mushroom, but I'm just going to go with it there. So I'm going to cut that down, and then I'll cut some of the bottom off too. So when I glue it down, I have a nice margin on there. And then I'm just picking out some of the cards that I have already cut out, deciding, you know, which ones I want, and of course if I'm putting them high or low. And I have another October label that I'm going to put on the bottom of this page, just so it's, you know, easier for me to tell what month I'm working in. And now I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I'm going to do the days for this week. I do have some leftover days printed that I was thinking about using, but they were kind of big for the page and me being able to keep all of the decoration on there and seen. So I don't think I'm going to use them, but I did decide to just go ahead and glue everything down because I thought that would help maybe inspire me as to what I would do next for the labels. All right, now I'm gluing down this one. And I don't know if you can see it here, but I noticed it later that I glued it down crooked. But of course I didn't see it right away then. And then after I put this one on, I realized that one was crooked. So I did pull this off, and it had started to adhere to the paper, of course. So it took me a minute to get it off, but these cards were printed on pretty good weight paper, so it didn't destroy the card. It just kind of pulled up some of the paper underneath. So I'm just re-gluing it, and now this time I'm going to try to take my time and put it down. And then I also thought I would add in something else here, a little label, but things were getting a little tight, so I did cut that label down almost in half, and then I'm just going to put that up there for the day on there. All right, when I grabbed my ruler here, I realized that this paper was just about 8 inches. So I thought I could separate this into 4 different sections for the first 4 days of the week. So I just went in and made some 2-inch marks all the way up the paper in 2 places so I could draw a relatively straight line and then made those 3 lines separating it into 4 different spots. So then on the right side, the top card will be for Friday, and the bottom card, because it's nice and big, will be for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. So of course I have to go back and check my calendar and make sure I am getting the right dates on, because, you know, sometimes I overlook things and end up doing it wrong. So I feel like I'm always double checking myself when I am starting a new weekly spread here. So now I'm just adding the days and the dates, and I decided to go in and add all the days first so that I wouldn't confuse myself and end up messing up Thursday again. All right, my last week is done. So I'm going to take all my leftover pieces here that are just hanging around, and I like to just kind of keep them in the front of my planner in case I need them for something else. So I have this little envelope here, and I'll just keep everything right in there. Actually, these need to go that way. And then these will fit right in the front of my planner. And then before I go, the last thing I want to do is I want to put my October in my index. So I'm going to go find my first page and see where I've got going here. So October is from page 84. So this is, I don't know if I have a number on there, 85. I must have put this page in 85. Oh, I must have put this page in after or something, because I have 86 on the back here. So I'm just going to put that it's till 85, even though it does go onto this page. So maybe I'll put 85A since I didn't number that page. So I'm just going to start a new thing down here, new line, October. And it is, what did I say the first page was? I think I said 84. Yeah, 84 to 85A. So that I kind of know that it's not 85, that there's something else there. And then my next page, which is like 85B, is the backside of 86. This is my gratitude list. So I'm going to put that up here as 85B, okay? And I can put that on here so that I know what that is, so I can find it. And then 86 and 87, I'm not sure what I'm doing with yet, all the way through to here. So then October starts back up on 90 and goes to 93, 95. So what did we say? 90 to 95. All right, so October is good to go. I think we are ready to start planning. All right, and that's it for this episode of October Plan with me. If you want the freebie, you can go to madpapercrush.com/October Plan, and you can pick up these pages to use in your journal as well. And I'll just do a final little flip through here. We have a monthly overview. I have page for tasks and goals. We have our first week here. We have a gratitude page that we threw in there, skipped a couple pages, added another weekly spread here with some place for lists and other things to do in October. And then we have another weekly spread here that goes over 2 pages, and our final one that also goes over 2 pages. And there you have it, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video and had fun planning with me. If you are out planning, I would love to see what you do. Don't forget to tag me at Mad Paper Crush on Instagram or here on YouTube. Thanks so much, friends. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.